Alex, don't you think that more punches from Holyfield have gotten in beyond the defenses of Qawi in this fight than the tapes that we watched together? And here's Holyfield.
But look there, Al. He missed about 10 consecutive punches. Just when you were talking about it, Qawi got underneath almost every punch.
Wanted to fight. He's going to war with Dwight Qawi. Holyfield was going for it.
Again, boy, that combo has worked well for Holyfield.
Evander has to defend himself there at the bell. They're fighting after the bell.
Salah satu pertarungan klasik kelas penjelajah Evander Holyfield versus Dwight Muhammad Qawi yang diadakan pada 12 Juli 1986 untuk memperebutkan gelar juara kelas berat junior WBA. Pertarungan ini merupakan salah satu pertarungan 15 ronde terakhir dan menempati peringkat sebagai salah satu pertarungan terhebat dalam sejarah tinju. Holyfield yang berusia 23 tahun dan Qawi berusia 33 tahun berkolaborasi untuk menggetarkan para penggemar dengan pertarungan yang memiliki semuanya kecuali knockdown. Dari kecepatan yang intens, jumlah pukulan yang hampir mustahil dilayangkan, pergantian momentum, pertukaran pukulan yang brutal dan kontroversi.
We're watching the WBA Junior Heavyweight Championship bout between Qawi and Holyfield, and it's off to a great start. We'll be back.
Very accurate, good power, but his money punch has always been the right. There's Evander moving side to side. But that is not where Evander wants to be. He's right
to be. Now here he is in close.
Just the way he did with Leon Spinks in his last defense.
It is a 20-foot ring.
Distance is an intimidating thing, Al. Even so great a fighter as Marvin Hagler, the first time he did it in his first try for the world.
There's none of that smiling taunting from Dwight Muhammad Qawi, not yet. He's taking some licks from Holyfield, but now I heard Lou Duva scream from the corner of Holyfield that Dwight Muhammad Qawi is cut. He has never been cut in his career. Neither has Holyfield. Neither of these fighters have ever been down in their career. I don't see the cut yet.
Evander has to defend himself there at the bell. They're fighting after the bell.
Knockouts. And on we go to round 3, scheduled for 15. Holyfield. A couple of big punches from the left and another one from the right.
I gave Evander the first 2 rounds, but I don't think he's fighting the fight that he wanted to fight. He's going to war with Dwight Qawi.
Holyfield was going for it. He doesn't want to go for
low blows. Dwight Qawi at his size is going to hit low, and he's going to hit around, as you pointed out, Al. The key to the fight is whether he can sustain it, because he's going to get Dwight Qawi in his face all afternoon.
A right from Qawi sent the sweats flying off the head of Holyfield. That right got into the jaw of Qawi.
Again, that's war on the inside, short range, have to be there.
Right uppercut from Qawi got into the chin of Holyfield. Boy, they're exchanging so many punches. Qawi not blocking as many as I thought he'd be. The thick neck, built like a tree trunk, and Holyfield, the body beautiful, tall and slender.
One statistic we didn't have in the tail of the tape, Holyfield has a 29-inch waist as against Qawi. He's just a tank, Qawi. He just comes in, he's got him on the ropes. Evander moves up, but he does not look fresh.
I thought he looked a little tired, leaning against the ropes.
Did Evander coming off there.
The seconds remaining in this, the 3rd round. Keep in mind the stamina and just plain smarts that might belong with Dwight Muhammad Qawi. We are live at the Omni in Atlanta. Round 3 winding down. Live on Wide World of Sports. title defense.
Right now, Evander Holyfield looks tired. He's laying on the ropes. We said coming in that stamina was a big question with him, and he is very, very tired. Qawi has him right where he wants him. Qawi isn't fresh as a daisy either, don't get me wrong. He's expended a lot of energy, and he's taken a lot of punches from a powerful, young, strong kid. Punching low again there is Qawi.
Lou Duva saying, yelling from the corner, turn him, turn. Approaching the midway point of round 4.
Good body shot by Qawi, good body shot.
Holyfield came back with a stronger looking right. Punch blocked by Holyfield. Glancing right.
And Holyfield stumbled with that left right. It clipped him a little bit on the jaw, but he stumbled. Qawi breathing very
Muhammad Qawi yang bertubuh pendek dan gempal menunjukkan keahliannya memukau para penggemar dengan gerakan bertahannya yang cerdik serta pendekatan yang tak kenal lelah.
Holyfield back against the ropes and sliding away.
Qawi's slipping an awful lot of those punches, Al, and that's Holyfield expending energy again with
Qawi to me. Just watching these two go at it, there's no way that I can imagine this one going 15. We will continue live from Atlanta, but first, these messages and a word from your local stations. Seen a cut on Qawi. Still, I have not seen blood, but they did use that frozen piece of metal known as an... Qawi stopping his feet at Holyfield, and perhaps a little taunting begins. It is a strategy which he would not...
get under his skin, make him do things he doesn't want to do. Right now, Evander's just backing all over the ring. He just doesn't have the strength right now to resist Dwight or to make him respect him with his punch. He's got to eventually plant his feet and drill some shots, and then...
Holyfield trying to stay near the middle of the ring where he wants to be, not on the ropes where Qawi just tried to push. The pace of this bout has slowed tremendously in this, the 5th.
It could not continue. The question is who's going to get their second win first. You would generally expect the younger fighter to get that, but Dwight Muhammad Qawi used to get stronger as the fight progressed. He certainly did when he...
Muhammad Qawi merupakan raja kelas penjelajah WBA yang berkuasa dan tidak ingin menyerahkan sabuknya kepada Holyfield yang baru muncul. Di mana sebelum pertarungan ini, Holyfield belum pernah naik ring lebih dari 8 ronde dan banyak yang menganggap bahwa pertarungan ini terlalu dini bagi Holyfield.
Holyfield really looking fuzzy there for a moment. But he did come back with a strong left to keep Qawi honest, and now a left-right for his own.
There, he looked a little bit fresher there, Al, in the closing seconds of the round. He planted himself and let his hands go, and momentarily stopped Qawi.
Alex, these are all new experiences right now for Holyfield. He's never been in a position like this.
Qawi ran across the ring. There was some confusion to Qawi the first round I gave him. But he has all the momentum his way right now.
Alex, don't you think that more punches from Holyfield have gotten in beyond the defenses of Qawi in this fight than the tapes that we watched together? And here's Holyfield.
But look there, Al. He missed about 10 consecutive punches. Just when you were talking about it, Qawi got underneath almost every punch from Holyfield. Something new for him. He's been in tough fights. He's been in wars. Evander never has.
Right from
everything in close. As long as Qawi keeps his head on Evander's chest, Evander can't use his reach advantage. It can't really score with power. He's just smothered in there.
When this round is over, Evander Holyfield will move into an area of boxing he has only experienced before. That area beyond the 6th round. Oh, a big right. Sending Holyfield back against the ropes, but he snaps off and keeps Qawi honest. This one is moving along at a great pace.
The referee still hadn't heard the bell.
That's all right. It never got me to class on time either. to stay for a while center of the ring. But Qawi sliding around, trying to work Holyfield over towards the ropes. Another big body shots, and that was a low blow from Qawi. Up his body, which isn't very large to begin with. Holyfield leaning in.
Even when you score a right hand like Evander just did, he rolls away and takes most of the effect away from it. There's the uppercut. Not much on it by Evander, but I really think if he set himself and let his right uppercut go in close, he could score effectively with it.
Another right uppercut from Qawi to Holyfield. That left got into the chin of Qawi, but there wasn't much behind. In the corner of Holyfield, you may hear Duva screaming, hit the target, hit the target.
Yeah, that target is that left shoulder that he's talking about.
Holyfield moving it along in this fight. He's only been to 8 rounds once in his career. And he looks a little slower and slower as this fight moves along.
Not as crisp, not as powerful, but they were scoring. And Dwight is not throwing back. Generally, he would retaliate. But right now, he's run out of gas a little bit.
Holyfield still, as you see, when he has the opportunity, trying to concentrate on that shoulder of Qawi. But here we go. Forehead to forehead, nose to nose, right in the center of the ring.
You saw him go around the elbow to drill. Oh, good right hand by Evander. Evander uses the shoulder to back Dwight up to get himself punching room. Does it again. Has to keep Dwight at bay. Right now, Evander's doing a good job.
He is getting
really just to regroup a couple of times.
And a left to right that keeps Holyfield back on the ropes. And another good combination.
Good right hand, and he has Evander a little bit hurt right now. Just a little bit stunned.
Alex, it looked as though Evander used up a lot of energy about a minute ago and then tried to take a breather out. Holyfield at the age of 23, Qawi at 33. They both know what a loss will do to their respective careers. And Qawi is warning Holyfield. Holyfield slapped him in the cheek, and then Qawi came right at him.
Qawi was complaining to Holyfield about being held around the head. Evander was trying to clinch. There have been so few clinches in this fight, he really didn't know how to do it. Holding Dwight off with the jab and caught him coming in, back Dwight up, but he just can't sustain that.
A lot of gamesmanship on display in between these ropes today in Atlanta.
Bit of a rest.
That uppercut left and a jab from the right by Holyfield got into Qawi, but now Holyfield leaning against the ropes and then again pushing Qawi away.
Yeah, but he made a dangerous mistake, a mistake based on inexperience there. He dropped his hands on the ropes. For the first time here, he has pinned Qawi in the ropes, but he didn't do anything.
There have been problems all day. What more can I say? Any reasons that could be for that?
Atlanta is not a big fight town. They have had some shows here, most notably the heavyweight show in January. The fighter not hearing it and landing a shot that could turn the fight around after the bell.
Holyfield trying to stand his ground now. The battle for the second win continues. Qawi and Evander Holyfield for the WBA title.
Once again, Evander starts very fast.
Exclusively on ABC.
Kedua petinju mengerahkan kemampuan terbaik yang mereka miliki, tetap kokoh dengan dagu saling menguji. Meskipun kedua petinju terguncang dan terluka, tetapi tetap menolak untuk menyerah.
We'd like to alert our stations along the line that at the end of
Kita melihat dalam pertarungan ini untuk pertama kalinya kemampuan kedua petinju yang luar biasa dengan melepaskan rentetan tembakan yang tampak tak berujung dengan sikap pantang menyerah dan tekad yang kuat.
With a good left and another left that got in. Qawi's gloves dropping down lower than I remember in the fight. Now he explodes back to send Holyfield on his heels.
Right now Qawi's a little bit tired. Breathing very, very heavily. Bloody in the mouth. Has to be born, at least in part, from that background that he came from that we talked about at the top of the show.
And nurtured, as he has admitted, in prison. Well, he had a lot of time to think. We'll return with more of ABC's Wide World of Sports coverage of the WBA World Junior Heavyweight Championship bout between Holyfield and Qawi after this from our local stations. Still Qawi, head down, gloves out, coming forward towards Holyfield. Holyfield with a vicious combination of punches. They got around the defense of Qawi.
Evander must not get excited here. He must pace himself. He can't expend all his energy because, as we've seen time and again, Qawi will rally just as he is right here.
Holyfield trying to resting his head on Holyfield's chest.
Good
Right
scoring
uppercut.
combination by Evander and another right hand.
A lunging left. Again, the perspiration flying off the face of Holyfield as Qawi gets in.
You see Evander's inexperience.
4 more to go in Atlanta. Through 11 rounds to Evander Holyfield with the height advantage and the reach advantage, but experience and years in the ring lacking. But he's trying to tee off now on Qawi. But Alex, I think, and we've seen it 3 or 4 times in the fight, he uses too much on not enough opportunity.
Pulling with the jab and then coming up with the right uppercut, doubling with it. Good right hand by Holyfield. And against a strong, tough, determined, gutty young opponent, can Dwight Muhammad Qawi be busy? Can he sustain the action?
Holyfield getting the better of Qawi in the early part of this round, inside the final minute of round 12. And those legs that could support a pier, Qawi still uses them to move forward and get Holyfield against the ropes. The All-Star game on Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern time. Holyfield bouncing off the ropes, looking a little tired.
I don't think he was hurt. I just think he took a good stiff jab and he just went back on the ropes just from fatigue more than the punch. Good scoring punch from Qawi. He has not used the jab for that much because he's been happy to get in tight where he can't get hurt.
12th round winding down. Perhaps 3 more to go. Who will have enough left? We enter round 13, which means we have a maximum of 3 to go. Alex, how would you summarize the 12 we've seen so far?
I think Evander has just had a little bit more energy, a little bit more punching and combination, throw more punches and landed more. I have him ahead by 4 points at this stage. There could be a lot of people who disagree with me, especially people who give points for aggression. Dwight has done almost all of the aggression in terms of coming in throughout the fight.
And Holyfield, as he has, coming out strong in the early part of the round. Teeing off on the head of Qawi. Qawi trying to cover up. Now let's see if history repeats itself again. Will Qawi come lunging back at Holyfield, who has used up too much energy?
Yeah, of course he will. But he does not have, he's just been worn down a little bit too much right now. He just can't come back with enough to make up for what Holyfield did. Right now, Dwight's well behind in this round with a minute gone in the round.
Remember, 3 judges at ringside doing the scoring on the 10-point Musk system. Referee
Not busying him, he's just beating to the punch.
And you notice the taunting that we saw a little bit of in the earlier rounds is completely absent.
At the end of the last round, Dwight looked at Evander to see what...
Boy, wasn't that a great look he gave him?
He gave him a look to say, what are you still doing here? Evander just calmly walked back to his corner.
Holyfield sliding away from that right nicely.
You know, we've talked a lot about how this is the only time that Evander Holyfield has been this far. Dwight has only been this far once before. That was his 15-round decision loss to Michael Spinks.
Chin of Qawi.
You hit me, I'll hit you.
And then I'll hit you again. Good combination. 2 to the chin of Qawi. Some more. His gloves have dropped.
Believe it or not, Qawi dropped his gloves. He does that to try to entice Evander into letting his hands go and trying to get some counter-punching opportunities. But he took some punishment there.
A right that looked like it just glanced off the chin of Qawi. No big damage, but there certainly was a lot behind it.
Uppercut and the left hook behind it, and the right, and another left that missed. Evander Holyfield has left jab, missed the left, there you saw, and the uppercut. And right hands and a left behind it. Evander said before.
This 23-year-old bronze medalist from the LA Olympics of '84, Evander Holyfield. We're told that they are resuming play at the NCR in Ohio for the U.S. Women's Open of Golf. You will see highlights of the conclusion of the third round and the fourth and final round on ABC Sports coverage of the U.S. Women's Open of Golf tomorrow. King again the leader at 3 under. We are in the 14th round. King had played through the 14th hole. Holyfield covering up along the ropes. Lou Duva, his manager, trying to screen for him to slide away. Move away from Qawi. He can really register damage in this close.
But Dwight is just not throwing. We talked earlier about the extra weight that he's carrying, and I really think that's a factor. I just don't think he's able to carry this weight.
They're trading some heavy body punches here. Holyfield's eyes have that fire.
Yeah, you can see he now knows that the stamina is not a problem. He is officially a professional fighter. He can go these 14, and he will be able to go the 15 rounds. And trust me, that was a tremendous question in his mind. He may not admit it, but until you've done it, you don't know you can do it.
Qawi's right blocked by Holyfield. And still the pursuit. Unrelenting coming towards Holyfield throughout this entire fight. Holyfield taking a moment to glance over at the directions of Lou Duva.
And Lou Duva did one thing. He shot his left hand out 4 times. He wants him to jab and stay away. Keep his distance, not let Qawi get into range.
Last minute of the 14th.
It's really just been the same thing, Al, since about the 5th or 6th round. 2 men trading, the younger man being the busier, the more active, and scoring the more punches. Both men showing unbelievable courage and determination.
We're wrapping up 14 great rounds of boxing. The 15th is up next, live in Atlanta.
Trying to revive him, trying to make his man the pressure.
I see ice cubes up in the corner of Holyfield right above us here at ringside. That right snapped the jaw of Holyfield. Another left coming in from Qawi.
Both fighters are going to let it all hang out here. I really wouldn't want to take a guess, Al. I think he must know, but you can't tell from his style because he fights the same way all the time. He's trying to knock your head off all the time.
I was wrong. The chant is definitely holy, holy for Holyfield. It's his hometown, remember. They've watched him mature. They've watched him in the Olympic Games. Perhaps they share that disappointment with him. But here's Qawi, the veteran. Does he have any tricks left?
Dwight has nothing to be ashamed of either. He has given, I think, everything he has to give. I just don't think at this age and at that weight that he can give enough to beat. And that time, Qawi looked at Vinny Raynaud, the referee, and asked him what he was warning him about. He didn't understand. Qawi asking Raynaud to warn Holyfield for holding behind the head. And Qawi landed a good left hook there. Evander may have flurried a little bit too much early in this round. He's going to have to gut the end of this round out.
Holyfield slipping again.
And give Dwight Muhammad Qawi credit. He did not let a punch go when Holyfield was down. We can see Dwight head on right now. He is very tired. He is just wide open with his mouth. Could barely hold his hands up, and he backs up.
A big right that really stunned Qawi. He stuttered. But now, look at him. Still, fire left in his eyes and in some of his punches.
I think that was the experience. I think Dwight may know he has to knock him out. I think he might have thought the way to get him to come in wide open was to back up.
Setelah berjuang dalam pertarungan 15 ronde penuh, Holyfield membuktikan bahwa dia layak sebagai juara dunia setelah merebut sabuk juara Qawi melalui keputusan terpisah. Holyfield dan Muhammad Qawi pun bertemu kedua kalinya pada bulan Desember 1987 dan Holyfield memenangkan pertarungan dengan KO.
You might be able to see from Dwight's face that he recognizes that he gave everything he had, but today